Welcome to this lesson on apostrophes. This tiny punctuation mark causes more confusion than almost any other. The good news is, there are really only 3 rules to learn: when to use apostrophes for possession, when to use them for contraction, and when not to use them at all. By the end of this lesson, you will have a clear system for deciding whether an apostrophe belongs, including the notorious its versus its trap, that catches even experienced writers. Here is what we will cover. First, how to form possessive apostrophes for both singular and plural nouns. Then the difference between contractions and possessive pronouns, which is where most errors happen. We will spend time on the first its versus its rule, because it is the single most common apostrophe mistake in writing. We will also look at irregular plurals like children and women. And finally, when not to use an apostrophe at all. The key principle to remember throughout is simple. Apostrophes do exactly 2 jobs. They show possession or they mark missing letters. If neither applies, leave the apostrophe out. Rule 1 is possession. When something belongs to someone or something, you use an apostrophe. For singular nouns, add apostrophe s, the manager's office, the company's policy. Even when the noun already ends in s, like James, you still add apostrophe s, James's report. For regular plurals that already end in s, just add an apostrophe after the existing s. The manager's meeting means a meeting belonging to multiple managers. The employee's car park belongs to all the employees. A quick test if you are unsure. Try rephrasing with the word of. If the office of the manager makes sense, then you need a possessive apostrophe on manager. Rule 2 is contractions. Apostrophes mark where letters have been removed when you combine 2 words. Do not becomes don't. They are becomes there. It is becomes its. And here is the big trap. It's without an apostrophe is the possessive form, meaning belonging to it. It's with an apostrophe, means it is or it has. This confuses people because normally possession uses an apostrophe, but not with pronouns. Think of it this way: his, hers, theirs, yours, ours. None of those possessive pronouns have apostrophes. It follows exactly the same pattern. The test is simple. Can you replace it with it is? If yes, use the apostrophe. If no, leave it out. Rule 3 is when not to use apostrophes. This is sometimes called the greengrocer's apostrophe, because you see it on shop signs everywhere. Apostrophes are never used just to make something plural. The company sells phones and tablets, not phones and tablets. Open Mondays to Fridays, not Mondays to Fridays. The 1990s, not the 1990 apostrophe s. If you are simply making a word plural, there is no apostrophe. It is only needed when something belongs to the noun, or when letters have been removed in a contraction. That is the complete rule. Let us put all 3 rules to work. The passage on screen has several apostrophe errors. Let us go through each one. The team presented its findings. Apply the test. It is findings? No, that makes no sense. It should be it's without an apostrophe, because the findings belong to the team, presented to the clients. Are we showing possession? No, there are just multiple clients. So it should be clients, no apostrophe. The reports were thorough. Again, just plural reports. No apostrophe, each department's contribution. Now this one is correct because the contribution belongs to the department. It's clear the project met its objectives. The first it's is correct because it means it is clear. But the second should be it's without an apostrophe, because the objectives belong to the project. Now let us handle irregular plurals. Words like children, women, people, and men do not end in s when they are plural. So, when you want to show possession, you treat them just like singular nouns and add apostrophe s. Children's books, women's network, people's opinions, men's clothing. Compare this with regular plurals that already end in s. Students' results, parents' concerns, nurse's station, volunteers' efforts. The rule is straightforward. If the plural form does not end in s, add apostrophe s. If it already ends in s, just add the apostrophe after the s. The key is knowing whether the word is already plural before you add the possessive. Let us try a full before and after correction. The original paragraph has 8 errors. Its annual report should be its possessive pronoun, no apostrophe. Volunteers should be volunteers with the apostrophe after the s, because multiple volunteers share the achievements. Children's needs an apostrophe. Children's because children is an irregular plural. Awards should just be awards, a simple plural. Women's needs to be women's, another irregular plural possessive. The second it should be its again, possessive. And whose should be whose, the possessive form of who, while Saturdays should just be Saturdays, a simple plural. That covers all 3 rules in one paragraph. Now it is your turn. Pause and correct these 3 sentences. Question 1. It's important to check the document before its due date. Apply the test. It is important. Yes. So it should be, it's with an apostrophe. It is due date? No. That makes no sense. So it should be it's without an apostrophe. Question 2. The 3 managers agreed on the team's new policy about breaks. Managers is just plural. No apostrophe. Teams is correct because the policy belongs to the team. Breaks is just plural. No apostrophe. Question 3. The people's response exceeded the committee's expectations. People is an irregular plural, so it needs apostrophe. People's? Committees is correct. Expectations is just plural. No apostrophe. Let us recap the 3 rules. Rule 1. For possession, add apostrophe s to singular nouns and irregular plurals. For regular plurals ending in s, just add the apostrophe after the s. Rule 2. For contractions, the apostrophe marks missing letters. Don't, there, it's. Rule 3. Never use apostrophes just to make something plural. No apostrophe on phones, Mondays, or 1990s. The golden test is simple. Ask yourself 2 questions. Does something belong to this noun? If yes, you need a possessive apostrophe. Are letters missing from a contraction? If yes, you need a contraction apostrophe. If the answer to both is no, leave the apostrophe out entirely.